walking with the ghost.
Yo, what is up boys, Fudge here, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be counting down my top 5 maps within Zombies Chronicles on Black Ops 3. I'm making this video because, like I mentioned in the previous video, I do want to make zombies videos on this channel. You know, I really enjoy playing it, so I thought, might as well just make this one now. Chronicles has been out for a bit now for Xbox One, obviously a lot longer on PS4 because I got it like a month earlier. So I thought I'd make a video sharing with you guys my personal favourite 5 maps on Zombies Chronicles out of all the 8 ones that have been released. So obviously bear in mind that this isn't necessarily the best maps in Zombies Chronicles, but I would say that they're my favourites overall. So anyway, without wasting any more time, let's just get straight into the number 5 spot. So coming in at number 5 on this list, I have gone with the original map, Nakter and Toten. So obviously this is the first ever map to be on Call of Duty Zombies, the map that started it all. And it also would have been a lot of people's first map as well, so you know, it'd be like a bit of nostalgia. For me personally, it wasn't my first map, but I have obviously played the World at War version before. And you know, going into it, I was thinking that maybe the map might have been ruined by, you know, the fact that Black Ops 3 has these modern, well not modern, but like different features to the original. You know, I was thinking that it'd just get ruined and it wouldn't have the same vibes and it'd be like a completely different map. But honestly, after playing it, you can tell that they have tried to keep it faithful to the original. It's still got that very eerie vibe, you know, just like it did in World at War. And yeah, the map is very simplistic, but it is still very challenging and it is a lot of fun as well, you know. And obviously because it's a very small map, there's not that many places to train. There's like one half training spot, I guess you could say. But other than that, you should probably be camping upstairs, which when you get to high rounds, it can get very hectic. You know, that is often the reason why you go down on this map. Also, the main way you get perks in this map is through the Wonder Fizz machine, which adds like a bit more randomness, I guess. You could say that Nakter and Toten is like ruined by the gobblegums, the fact that you can't pack a punch unless you've got certain gobblegums like wall power or crate power, sort of ruin it. Also, the reason that it is only number 5 on the list is because it's not really got that much replayability. Obviously, maps that are bigger and have more features are going to be played more because it gets less boring, whereas in Nax, you know, you play it a few times, you pretty much played it to death. So it does get boring very quickly, which is pretty much the reason why it's not higher in the list. Nonetheless though, Nakter and Toten is still a very enjoyable map to play in Black Ops 3, even years after the original one has been released. Moving into the number 4 spot on this list then, this was quite a tough one for me, but I have gone with Shangri-La. It was between this one and Moon, and you know, I'm playing them both, and I was just thinking that I do very much prefer this map over Moon. It's got, in my opinion, more features, just more things that make it a much more exciting map. It is a very unique map in Shangri-La. It's got things like the special traps that appear, like the maze and the little spiky traps. And it's got like those unique ways of transporting around the map, the minecart, the slides, and those two like things that, you know, shoot you upwards. Obviously, all these features help make the map different, you know, give you a different experience every time you play, which is very good for a Zombies map, something that we haven't really seen in Zombies, only in maps like Shangri-La. Also, if you look at the gameplay, you'll notice that it is a very, very good remaster. I would say probably one of the best ones in Chronicles. Obviously, Shangri-La is a bright map already, but with the next-gen graphics, you know, it's a lot brighter. You know, the trees and the water and everything look a lot better than they did in Black Ops 1. I'd go as far as to say that graphically, Shangri-La is the nicest looking map, definitely in Zombies Chronicles, and maybe even out of all of Black Ops 3. The main reason that Shangri-La isn't higher on the list is pretty much because in Black Ops 1, when it first came out, I never really bought Shangri-La at all, so like the nostalgia factor isn't really there in Zombies Chronicles, which is sort of the reason why they brought it out. So people who played the old maps could relive that experience, obviously with better graphics, but obviously I didn't get that with Shangri-La because I never played the original. Coming in number 3 then, a personal favourite of mine, Ascension. Now, there's nothing really much to say about this map, you know, it's just a solid map overall. It's got some really good training spots, some good wonder weapons as well. Obviously the Thunder Gun's back, you've got the Gersh devices, which is like an OP version of the Monkey Bomb, you've got those Russian dolls as well. You might think it's an easy map because of, you know, how easy the training spot is that I'm using right now in the gameplay, the one next to Widow's Wine in one of the Lunar Landers, but when you put into account the monkey rounds, they definitely add a challenge, you know, because you've just got to change the way you play, guarding your perks, making sure they don't steal them, which is bad if you've got, you know, a perkaholic or you've got a lot of perks. Especially in solo, it is very hard to try keep on top of them all because you will end up just trying to save one and then you won't be able to save the rest of them. You know, many people might disagree or, you know, not like the monkey rounds, but I think personally they do add a good challenge to Ascension, which otherwise, if it was a dog round, would probably be, you know, maybe a little bit too easy. But obviously, Ascension was one of the first maps I've ever played, so I do have a lot of nostalgia when I played it on Zombies Chronicles. And they did, you know, keep a lot of things close to the original as well. You've got, like, the different types of zombies that have spacesuits on. You've got the fact that the map is in black and white until you turn the power on. That's also quite good as well. Just overall, I feel like Ascension is a very strong map in Chronicles, you know, definitely, like I said, a personal favourite of mine. I don't think there's any much really to say about this one, so let's just move into number 2. Coming in at number 2 then, I have gone with Black Ops 2's Origins. Now, in my opinion, Origins is probably the best map in Chronicles. Obviously, I don't mean it's my favourite, it's just like, you know, it's got a lot of things to do. It's so in depth. You've got building and upgrading all 4 of the staffs, getting the maxi drone, doing the massive Easter egg. You know, just overall, Origins has got a lot of replayability. And I think that out of all the maps in Zombies Chronicles, Origins is probably the one to keep you the most entertained for longest. Obviously, maps like Nact and the World at War maps probably get you bored after a while. You'll just go back to Origins. Like, Origins would be like your main map, if that makes any sense. You know, you've got all these things to do, and the chances of you getting bored of it are quite slim. I mean, I might have even placed this map at number 1 if it weren't for the fact that, similar to Shangri-La, when Origins first came out, I didn't really, you know, pay much attention. I didn't really buy Origins when it first came out, and because of that, obviously, I don't feel the same nostalgia as people who have played Origins originally and Black Ops 2 would have felt. If I did play, maybe it would have been at number 1, but because of that, you know, it is only at number 2, but obviously Origins is still a fan favourite and is a very good map, probably one of the best maps in pretty much all of Zombies. Finally, coming in at number 1 on this list of my top 5 favourite maps on Zombies Chronicles, what else would it be but Kino de fucking Toten? You know why? I don't think I need a reason as to why this is number 1. Pretty much, it was my first ever map, probably a lot of your first ever maps as well, since most people would have got, you know, into zombies in Black Ops 1 as opposed to in World at War. It's just absolutely legendary. I don't even need a reason as to why it's in here. You know, you got the quality training spots, you just got everything about this map. You know, the nostalgia, it's mainly the nostalgia, to be honest. Obviously, it's not the best, like, most in-depth map of the Zombies Chronicles, but just in terms of the nostalgia alone and everything that comes with that, I had to put Kino Toten at number 1 on this list, and I'm sure that you'll agree with me as well. Guys, that is pretty much going to be it for this video. Obviously, it is something a bit different. I do obviously want to keep making these zombies videos, but make sure you do leave a like if you did enjoy this zombies top 5. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you in the next one, boys.
For some years he made me show I was patient. I'm getting so close to my goals, I'll die from anticipation. Yeah, I'm back up at it, no backup plan, I'm an addict. Got skeletons in my attic, don't mess with me, that'd be tragic. Now winning enemies, I have it, don't know I wanna combat it. Pull up in your apparatus and post it up on my status. Yo, I'm here, call my dogs, I'm back in town, I'm back in town.